Hey, all, Baruch Levi B here from the Defiant Spirit. It's been a minute since I've done some impromptu videos, though I've been doing a lot of videos, and you can learn more about them over at defiantspirit.org or find me on YouTube. And I'm either talking about the Enneagram, that cool looking symbol behind me, or I'm talking about what it means to be a man rising up in the second half of life. Now, a lot of women have said to me, hey, B, what about us? I say, number one, this is for you. I am helping your husband, your partner, your son, your brother, your father, the men in your life, and I'm helping you understand them as well. So this is for you. A friend of mine just emailed me about the blog I just sent out about the dip, resistance, when life kicks you in the ass, and said, I may not be your target demographic. She's a woman. But I really loved it. And I said to her, you are my target demographic. I'm looking for men who want to rise up in the second half of life. And I am also looking for and connecting with women who are already there. So I want to jump into today's blog. Jump over to defiantspirit.org and the blog section. You can see it. And it's about this idea of the dip. Seth Godin, great author and marketing genius, calls it the dip. Teacher of mine, Stephen Pressfield, calls it resistance. I call it a good kick in the you-know-what, in the ass or other parts. Whatever you want to call it, it's that thing that we all eventually hit, and it stops us in our tracks. I don't care what you're doing. If it's worthwhile, you're going to hit the dip. You're going to hit resistance. You're going to get kicked in the ass. This is what I do all day, every day. I coach, I counsel, I guide people through what I call life's T's, transitions, tests, trials, traumas, tragedies. And I've seen it 1,001 times. If it's worthy, you're gonna hit friction and that resistance. Now, the work is, first of all, to understand that it's not a negative, it's a necessary, right? We have such a thin skin in this day and age. I mean, I think this is one of the biggest challenges of our times, resilience, to toughen up, to have more grit, more willingness to see the difficult things through. When they're not easy, when they're not quick, when it's not fun, we bail, we jump ship, we head for the chicken exit, we exit. Period, of whether it's a profession, whether it's a passion, pursuit, I don't care what it is, a relationship. The dip, resistance, is a positive. Why? Because it's telling you that you are pushing your limits, you're pushing your bounds. The only reason we're here is to grow. It has to be evolution, not devolution. All of nature is ascending, is refining, is getting better. And the human journey should be the same. We're here to evolve, to grow. And so that tension, that resistance isn't a negative. Or if it is a negative, negatives aren't all bad. They can be positive. We need that, or else we're just doing something that's too easy, frankly. We're just doing something that we're comfortable with. We're going back to the same thing over and over. I know this. I did this in my career for the first 18 years of it. I got really good in my former profession as a rabbi, and I could just dial it in. And that was dangerous because I could feel myself dialing it in, and the comfort and the ease, and still getting accolades. I needed something to push off against. I needed a new type of resistance. Maybe you're finding this in your professional life. Maybe you're in a relationship where it's just comfortable. It's just easy. There's nothing wrong with easy, but there comes a point when we need challenge, when we need pushback, when we need resistance. So what happens if we stop seeing that as a sign that we're on the wrong track because it's not easy, or we're with the wrong person because they're challenging us? Too much challenge is not a great way to be in this lifetime. When I'm counseling couples or an individual who's in an exceedingly challenging relationship, there comes a point when it's time to walk away. There just is. However, when I'm counseling somebody who's in an easy or comfortable relationship, maybe it's also time to walk away. There is a necessary tension that has to happen in your relationship if you want growth. It's why in the Bible it's called an ezer kenegdo, When Adam and Eve meet, it says that they are each other's ezer, which is nurturing and loving, and kenegdo, challenge, or a good kick in the ass. So our partners can do that. The people in our lives can do that. Why is it that we only think of soulmates as the easy peasy stuff, right? Why don't we say, oh, this guy's a pain in my ass, he must be a soulmate? And you can have lots of soulmates for different purposes, different reasons and opportunities to grow. So that's what this resistance is. It's necessary. Now, when it comes, you also have to get resolved to commit to it and to see it through. Resistance. Read Stephen Pressfield's book, The War of Art, an amazing book. He's an amazing thinker about the importance of really understanding that resistance is out to get you. It's out to deter you. It's out to turn you back. It's doing its job, because if there was no resistance, everybody would do everything all the time. So we need resistance to weed out the field, to sort the wheat from the chaff, to turn back those who aren't sincere. And when you push through, if it's yours and you're willing to see it through, then on the other side of resistance is assistance. That's the opposite of resistance, says Stephen Pressfield. That when you're committed to this, when you've made up your mind, when you have resolve, when you do what my teacher and mentor, Viktor Frankl, says, make your defiant stand and draw the line in the sand, and I will not back down, then somehow that universal principle of resistance is now counter challenged, met. You meet it with assistance. And all of a sudden, the right person shows up at the right time with the right message, or the opportunities start to present themselves, or the ideas just start flowing through you. But there is an assistance that comes from the universe, from God, from your intuition, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. If you're in the trenches, if you're moving through, committed to that resistance, you don't care where it comes from. All that you care is that you are given assistance, and you will be given it in one way or another. So when you come up against the resistance, when you hit the dip, when it's rough and difficult and painful and you just feel like you can't go on, then double down and double down some more. Make your defiant stand. Ask the universe for guidance, for assistance, and you will push through. You will persevere through any resistance, and you'll get the assistance. So jump over to defiantspirit.org, check out my blog, sign up for it. I'm going to be doing more, vlogging. I already have the set schedule coming out on YouTube with my other videos, and I'm doing more guest podcasting. Would love to hear from you. If you're interested in more, tell me what you're interested in. Love to hear from my men out there about doing some work with me, what I call King Me. It's about men rising up and choosing to become kings in the second half of life. So if you're interested in some King Me coaching, let me know. If you're interested in the Enneagram, an ancient roadmap, personality typing system, let me know. And for all my beloved women out there, I'm still doing meaning counseling and still honored and privileged to walk by your side too. So jump over to defiantspirit.org. And fellas, if you're interested in a men's group, I'm also part of an amazing organization called Man Uprising. Check that out, manuprising.org. I will see you in the next video. Until then, rise up in the second half of your life.